Hi guys, today we are making whole wheat chapati, also known as brown chapati. This chapati is packed with fiber among many other essential nutrients, and today I will be showing you just how to make it. So you will need whole wheat flour for this recipe. I'm measuring 3 cups of that flour onto a big bowl, and then I'll add half a teaspoon of salt. You could add a little less if you wish, and then just mix that in, and then you will need lukewarm water to knead the dough. So add water gradually and knead your dough until it is firm. So chapati dough should always be firm enough and pliable, but not too soft because then it could get sticky. So once once the flour is fully absorbed into the water like this, add about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and continue kneading until your dough is smooth and just you will tell when it's ready because it will be smooth and without any lumps or flour lingering, and then let it rest for about 30 minutes. It will make this step very easy. Now, what we are doing here is adding layers to the chapati because chapati is just better with layers. To do this, I like to roll out the entire dough on a wide surface, but some people like to cut up their chapati into the chapati pieces and then roll each piece out at a time. But I like to do it with the entire dough at once because I feel like it saves time. So just roll the dough out to the same thickness as a regular chapati. It doesn't have to be well shaped because you're going to roll this back up. And to introduce the layers, we will apply a little bit more vegetable oil, which is going to prevent the dough from sticking back together. So then that's how you form the layers. And then when you're done applying the oil, you're going to sprinkle a little bit more of flour just to really emphasize those layers so that they form nicely, and then roll the dough back up, just easy peasy, but handle it gently at this point because it's very stretchy. So I'm bringing it back to the center, and then I'm just going to cut this into the chapati pieces. You could cut them large, you could cut them small. It's okay. Either size is okay. Now you're going to press those dough balls into nice balls because that will make the rolling out later easy. So shape each piece by just pressing on the ends and shaping it into a nice round ball. Tuck any hanging edges as well. And then you're ready to start rolling out your chapati to cook. To do this, again, sprinkle flour sparingly. You do not want to use too much flour or the chapati will get, dark in the pan. Also, if you don't sprinkle enough flour, of course, your dough is going to stick on the mat. So roll out your chapati. I hope you'll make a nice round shapes as well. And when it's thin enough like that, you're ready to cook it. So do not apply oil on the pan at the start. Just let the chapati set on its own. And once it's set and the bubbles are beginning to form, flip it and then apply oil sparingly. Again, you could do this with a spoon or with a brush like I'm doing. Apply it on the entire surface and flip and do the same with the other side. This stage here, when you apply oil like this, it makes the chapati much crispier as it cooks. If you don't want to apply oil, you could skip it and keep it dry, but the Kenyan chapati recipes always include applying oil on the pan as well, so I always do it. So flip it and cook until the brown spots have formed on both sides and your chapati is ready to go out of the pan. It looks beautiful and it's ready. You could enjoy it hot like that, or you could let it cool down a little bit. So do the same with the rest of the pieces. Continue rolling and cooking until you're done and layer them up like this. And then the moisture is going to work through them and they will be very foldy and so as you can see here, I've folded mine and they look good. So now let's just break one piece quickly and take a look at the layers that we formed. I'm also doing this to show you the texture of the chapati to confirm that it's indeed soft and it came out nicely. So you can see the layers are very prominent. Yeah, the layers came out looking good, and So I did serve this with an Indian chicken curry and it tasted really awesome. I hope you love this recipe too. And I hope to see you in another of my videos. Thank you for stopping by.